It's Hoochie Daddy season, is what a lady told me yesterday. So I went to the gym in the morning around 5 a.m., get done with my workout, and I had to go get some more Greek yogurt, get my protein in early in the morning. So I go to Walmart right after my workout. It's probably like 6:20 a.m., 6:30 a.m. around that time. And as soon as I walk in, this lady, she got the biggest smile on her face. Good morning. And I say, good morning back. I didn't hear her, but I read her lips. I had my headphones still on because it was still early in the morning. You know, I'm still listening to stuff. And then I read her lips and I couldn't tell what she said. I read coochie, but she said, Hoochie Daddy season. And I took my headphones off. I said, what did you say? She said, it's Hoochie Daddy season. And I started laughing. She started laughing. Then she went back to work. And the reason why she said that, I had these short shorts on. You know, early in the morning, everybody looks depressed and stressed working at Walmart. I worked at Walmart for about 2 weeks. It was terrible. But everybody else looks depressed and stressed, and she looking at me with the biggest smile in there, talking about some Hoochie Daddy season. And see, this is the thing. When you get on Body Game, you can get away with different types of outfits. You know, whether it's the short shorts, whether it's the crop tops. I never really been into the crop top thing. You know, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? But some guys get in really good shape. They wearing the crop tops. You know, they wearing more jewelry. You know, some things that look kind of zesty on the low. Like you seen a dude wearing stuff like that. You like, bro, it's kind of sweet. But if you move with that masculine energy and you got a body game, you know, you not really, they gonna know that you're not like that. But you can get away with a lot more when you're on Body Game. And it's starting to get hotter. I'm gonna start showing more skin. But I got a little story time because I was talking to my dad the other day, and this really made me see the power of the Body Game, because I told y'all a lot of times, like, this Body Game runs through my veins and it runs through my dad's veins. You know, the reason why I'm here today is because of Body Game. My mom bought my dad a drink at the club. That was the meeting of my parents in the club. My mom bought my dad a drink. You know, but you know, my dad, he used to struggle with dating when he was like in high school before he went to the military. And he was telling me about that, like why he went to the military in the first place. See, like my friend, I seen him in England. He sent me a photo. He was with a whole bunch of beautiful women. And at that point, I knew I had to take that leap of faith and had to get out of Bamberg. My dad's from Bamberg, South Carolina. So he like, I had to go. And that's what really made him leave. And he was like, look, where I was at, there was hardly any women. And the women that looked decent, they didn't even look good. They looked decent, if that. They wanted the guys with the afros. I guess that's what it was like. You popping back then if you had an afro, if you had a big afro. They wanted these dudes that looked like they were in the Jackson 5. Like, they wanted the dudes with the big old afros. And I didn't have that. You know, so they weren't checking for me. But when I went to Canada, when I was in England, ooh, the women loved me in Canada. And he told me, and I remember I made a video called Body Game Will Give You Celebrity Status. And I really mean that. Y'all might be like, y'all just exaggerating. It's just a title. No, I really mean that. Because when my dad was on Body Game and he went to Canada, they thought he played for the Rough Riders. It's a football team in Canada. They thought he played for the Rough Riders because he's a black guy. There's not a lot of black guys in the area. And he's swole. So they're like, he got to be playing football. You know, and he said he used to lie about it. He'd be like, yeah, I play for the Rough Riders. You know, and he done took a lot of girls on a ride because they thought he played for the Rough Riders. But that would show you it gave him status. If he was some scrawny black dude, they weren't checking for him. If he was some fat black dude, they wouldn't have been checking for him. Because he's this swole black dude, they're like, oh, he got to be a Rough Rider. You a Rough Rider, aren't you? Yeah, I'm a Rough Rider. Then he take him on that ride. So Body Game can definitely give you status. It gives you respect. They automatically think you're somebody. You know, so that's why I always preach Body Game. And he was like, man, you know, where I'm from, they weren't checking for me. I didn't have any luck. So that's why I had to leave and go to a different place. And see, a lot of you guys just give up on dating. Oh, I'm done with dating. Dating don't work. These women are cooked, all this other stuff. No, you need to do 3 things. 3 things that will make you successful in dating. First, you got to have faith. You got to believe that you can get the woman you want to, or get the woman you want to, whatever you're into. You have to have the faith. You got to believe in yourself. And then 2, you got to get on that body game. Start taking care of yourself. See, a lot of you guys expect women to like you, but you don't even like yourself. You expect a woman to treat you right, but you ain't treating yourself right. You aren't eating the foods you need to eat. You aren't doing the exercises you need to do. First, you need to take care of your body. You got to love yourself and you got to care about yourself before you expect somebody else to do it. Because these women are selfish. She's not going to care about you. She's not going to love on you. And some of these women aren't even capable of that. Some of these women are too self-absorbed. She don't have anything to give. She's selfish. She all about herself. But if you want to find a good woman, first you got to be good to yourself. And then last but not least is location. And I feel like guys do not speak enough about location. If you're in a bad location, it's going to be a lot harder to thrive in dating. You know, and that's what my dad was like, as soon as I went to Canada, it was like night and day. I didn't like the women. He like, when I was in my hometown, I didn't like the women there. And they didn't like me. They wanted something else and I wanted something else. So then he went to the military. And, you know, he was honest about it. A lot of dudes be like, oh, I was doing all for myself. Nah, he was like, I went to the military because I see my friend with a whole bunch of attractive women. And I said, I need to get me some of that. So then he went off. He like, Canada, they loved me out there. They loved me in Canada. So sometimes you just in the wrong location. You're going at the wrong thing and you think there's something wrong with you. Maybe it's an issue with where you're at, your location. Go where you're appreciated. Because a lot of you guys don't realize how much your life could change if you just change the location. You know, and that's why I would talk about, like, sometimes you need to get away from certain family members. You got to get away from certain friends because they don't appreciate you for who you are. They want you to be something else. So now they downplaying, now they hating on you, now they making your life harder because you don't align to what they want. But it's about what you want. You got to figure out what you want. Just keep that in mind, man. And my dad be telling me stories. You know, my dad's pretty old. But some of the stories he told me, it almost sounds fake how much things have changed, man. He told me, like, when he was in high school, the seniors used to drive the bus. I'm like, when I was like, the seniors drove the bus. Like, a student was driving the bus. He like, yeah. He like, the buses didn't go that fast. They might have went like 35, 40 miles per hour. But they used to just get a senior to drive the bus. I'm like, that's crazy. There's no way that would happen now. You know, and I don't know. I just like hearing stories from my dad because it makes you really reflect on how things are now. Like when he said, oh, you was popping if you had an afro. Like that was the thing. Now it's like women checking for different things. Women checking for, oh, how many followers you got, what job do you work in? Like back then it was like, oh, who got the coldest afro? You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, oh, how many followers you got? You know, more of these chicks are more like social media junkies, you know, so they care about, oh, how many likes does he get? Let me go through his profile. It's just funny how things change, man. But, yeah, man, the body game runs through my veins. It runs through my dad's veins. And even I can find an old photo of my dad, like, wearing the short shorts. You know what I'm saying? So when I live like that and people hate on me, well, bro, why your shorts so small? Hey, I'm just living like my pops. Yeah, I'm just getting after it like my pops. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And women love that guy that's confident in himself. You got to be confident to throw them short shorts on. Just like you got to be confident to throw that crop top on. Like the crop top, I don't know. For me, it feels kind of zesty. I ain't never thrown one on, but I see some dudes, they got their belly button out. And that's kind of where I draw the line. I ain't finna have just my belly button out and then I ain't doing that. You know, I just take the whole shirt off if anything. But look, if you like rocking the crop top, shout out to you, man. But it's Hoochie Daddy season, man. So y'all really need to lock in. Make sure you're hitting legs. Make sure to get that body right. And don't be afraid to show it off. Now, everybody can't pull it off. You really got to feel like you that guy to pull it off. Everybody can't throw on the short shorts. You know, and this is why I tell you, like, you really have to maximize the body game. Like, fix your posture. If you all like hunchback, if you like a hunchback, and then you trying to throw on the short shorts and you on body game, if your posture is super weird, it's not going to work out for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work out if you are awkward with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little zestiness to you, it's not going to work out. You throw on a pink shirt, they're going to be like, oh, bro, sweet. You throw on all these earrings, you got the short shirt, they're going to think you sweet. But if you have some masculinity to you, you know, if you got that masculinity, that energy about yourself, they going to know you're not like that. And the women are going to be more attracted to that because they're like, oh, this brother stands out. Oh, he not afraid to have his own flow, have his own style, because nowadays a lot of guys are just trying to look like each other. They trying to copy each other. You know, I always thought the whole like streetwear, baggy clothes, like that shit was kind of weird to me. But women love them dudes that love to dress up and do all the extra shit. Like I don't know, I've never been into dressing like that, but women love them dudes. Like any dude that I know that like is obsessed with like clothing and dressing and stuff and dressing up, they always have chicks, dog. The dudes that like really about that streetwear, they posting photos, they like laying upside down, they like taking photos like this. It's like those type of dudes, bro. they always have chicks on them. I promise you, they always have chicks on them. So I don't know. That's not my lane. That's not how I get down. But though I'm all about the body game, showing more skin. It's really not about the clothes you wear. It's about how the clothes sit on you. How the clothes sit on you. Because you can have the most amazing suit in the world, tailored to you. But if you are built like a shit ass, you still gonna look bad. You know what I'm saying? But look, it's the summer. It's starting to heat up. You can go get some clothes from Walmart that really hug, and you gonna stand out. Yeah. Don't let you get some real quality clothes, and then you got that physique on point too, and now you showing a little bit of skin. Woo-wee. Yeah, you gonna be turning heads. Like I said, it was like 6 a.m. in the morning, 6:20, 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Everybody else at Walmart looking all sad, depressed, or they got their headphones in doing their own thing. And this lady just smiling at me from ear to ear. Talking about, it's Hoochie Daddy season. I said, oh boy, she want to get piped down. She want to get piped down. It's too early in the morning for that, shawty. Calm down. You feel me? I just released all my energy at the gym. You can't be coming at me like that now. But dog, you will live a different reality when it comes to the body game. Like I said, I wouldn't be here. This body game runs through my veins. It runs through my pop's veins. You know, he kind of fell off. He getting back in the gym now. But dog, I'm telling y'all, sometimes you just need to get on body game. You need to start believing yourself, and you need to get in a better location. My dad always been on like some passport bros type stuff. You know, not all the way with the tricky. He kind of on that type of time, and now, you know, he like watching all the guys in the Philippines and all this other stuff. But dog, like I said, sometimes you just got to get in a better location. That's really all to it, bro. It's Hoochie Daddy season. I'm going to be popping my stuff. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life this summer. You know, it's time to stop playing games. It's really time to lock in, man. You decide. You decide if this going to be the summer, man. If this going to be the summer, you lock in and you change your life. You take that leap of faith. You know, because my dad, his life could have been completely different if he decided to stay in Bamberg. He told me going to the military was the best decision of his life. And it's not because just going to the military. No, it's because it made him leave where he was at. He didn't have any options. He didn't like the girls. The girls didn't like him. You know, they was checking for the guy with the afro. They were checking for the guy that looked like they were in the Jackson 5. And he didn't fit that description. He was like, I was ugly. You know, they wanted my ugly little self. But then he got on body game and he changed his location. And he like, boy, them Canadian women though. They thought I was a rough rider, and he took them on some rides now. So sometimes you just gotta have that faith in yourself. You gotta take that leap of faith. You gotta keep practicing body game, and the women are gonna start choosing you. But you gotta believe it first. If you don't think it's true, if you don't think it's real, it's not gonna happen for you. So first you gotta have that faith in yourself, man. But that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.